As the winner of the last 2 major championships on the LPGA calendar and the current #1 on the Rolex rankings, big things are expected of Lydia Ko heading into this week's Women's PGA Championship in Seattle. And the 19-year-old should be taking a bow after the way she closed out the 2 biggest wins of her career. Last year at Evian, she fired an 8-under-63 on Sunday to become the youngest ever female major champion, before backing that up in April of this year.
To come up being the winner of the A&E Championship, it was pretty cool, and you know, everybody just, I think, dreams of, you know, jumping into the poppies pond, and to say that I've done that, it's pretty special, and it'll always be remembered in my career and in my life.
After spending most of the day holing clutch par putts, she came down the famous par 5 18th of Mission Hills needing a birdie at least. With her ball on a tricky downhill lie, her caddied offered what turned out to be very sage advice.
I listened for the first time. I listened to Jason for the first time. For him to, you know, pull me off the 3-wood and say, hey, you know, we can still make birdie with you know, laying up with whatever iron I hit, and then, you know, you can hit it close and give yourself a birdie look. He said, you can do that. And I think it was really important that he kind of kept my head level and said, hey, you know, you're not out of it, you can still do it.
And he couldn't have been more right, as Lydia then produced this.
I just try to, you know, trust my distance and just hit it. And, you know, I heard the crowd kind of go a little loud, so I said, hey, must be close. But I didn't realize that it was, you know, a foot. I thought it might be 2-3 feet. To say that, you know, I've had that experience where, you know, when I do need to pull it off, I have done that. It does give me confidence, and especially at majors where, you know, the holes coming in, they're going to be tough, and, you know, 1-2 shots, they can go straight away. You know, me making a bogey, somebody making a birdie, that's a 2-shot swing.
In addition to adding a major to the resume, the ANA Inspiration Champion gets to celebrate her victory in a very special way.
I didn't know what I was going to do, so I asked Jason what I should do. I asked some of the IMG guys what I should do, and, you know, I decided to do the hard, and, you know, especially with the poppies pond, the way we jump, you know, the grandstands there, so it was kind of like a hey, I love you to the fans and just the sponsors.
Winning any major is an accomplishment, but winning 2 in a row is truly historic. And Lydia is now hoping to follow in the footsteps of Inbee Park, who won 3 in a row to start the 2013 season. And the current world #1 admits last year's breakthrough at Evian has made a big difference.
It was a surreal week, and I think that almost took a little bit of pressure off me going to the ANAs, that there wasn't, hey, are you going to win, is she going to win her first major, or that, you know, it was just going to be another event, and, you know, that's how I thought of it.
Lydia's 7 wins on the LPGA Tour since the start of last year has also seen her named the Golf Writers Association of America Player of the Year. It's an award presented during Masters Week, so as well as picking up the trophy, Lydia got to meet some of her idols at Augusta National.
It was a great day, you know, being on the range, just seeing them practice, meeting a lot of the players, and obviously being involved in the par 3 contest, caddying for Kevin Na, and then, you know, being out to play that hole too. It was nerve-wracking, you know. I didn't expect that, so he kind of put me on the spot there, but it was really cool. And it was the first time to meet a Jordan, Rory, Ricky, Justin Thomas. I was a fan, you know, and I think Rory said he watched me play, you know, down the last few holes at ANA, and I was like, oh my God, you watch me play? And, you know, I didn't know what to say. I mean, I was so starstruck, and for him to say, hey, you know, there was a great shot, you know, on the last hole, I was lost for words.
It's clearly been a good year for meeting some of the world's biggest sporting stars. At a recent practice for the NBA's Golden State Warriors, she had a putting contest with the league's 2-time MVP Steph Curry. He plays off a handicap of 2, and it turns out he's not the only Warriors player who's into golf.
Andre was like, oh, I know why you were on TV there. I know you're going to retire when you're 30. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I should be the one saying that to him. So for them to, I guess, take that time, when they do have that break to go out and play when they can, it's really cool. And I think they're pretty good golfers, so the athletic kind of genes kind of kick in, and they're good at basketball and good at golf too. But I'm not good at basketball, so maybe it's just a basketball player that's good at golf.
Lydia also got to spend time with four-time Olympic gold medalist Missy Franklin at the recent Inspiring Women in Sport conference, and Lydia admits she was pleasantly surprised yet again at the LPGA's popularity.
For them to know who we are, just to know the LPGA, and just to be involved in helping the tour, it was pretty cool. And being on stage with Missy, the way she approached things, the way that she said before she jumped off the diving board to go and swim, that she put like a big smile, a big grin on her face, and that was kind of her way to relax. I thought that's just so amazing on her approach to things, and hopefully she'll be at the Olympics, and I would love to see her compete in person.
Regular LPGA viewers know Lydia already channels her inner Missy Franklin whenever she plays, and Ko will give the entire nation of New Zealand plenty to smile about if she can bring home the gold.
All the girls that I've talked to are excited for it. I'm excited for it, and I'm getting nervous, and it's a cool place, and to say that, wow, I could be an Olympian, it's something that I would have only dreamt of, that word Olympian by my name.